Now, within the United States of America, it had been a long night at the House of Representatives, where the United States President Donald Trump's tax bill has now finally gotten a green light.
This vote, the yeas are 215, the nays are 214, with one answering present. The bill is passed. USA.
Now, in the wee hours of this morning at Washington, D.C., the House passed what Donald Trump called his big, beautiful bill by just one vote. And ahead of the vote, the House, led by Speaker Mike Johnson, initiated a debate at around midnight. The Democrats argued about the potential impact of the tax bill on several existing federal programs, while the Republican lawmakers rallied behind the proposed bill as a way to forward the best assist for the American citizens.
We saw today that the president has said that a vote against this legislation represents an ultimate betrayal. The real betrayal, Mr. Speaker, is to the working people of this country who will pay the price so that billionaires can pay less in taxes. Mr. Speaker, our friends on the other side of the aisle said that they wouldn't cut Medicaid, and that's exactly what this bill does. They said that they would end taxes on tips, but they forgot to mention that the trade-off is that you'll lose your health care. The American people didn't sign up for these broken promises.
Let's be clear. What my Democrat colleagues are prioritizing when they say they oppose our bill, what they're really saying is 4.8 million people who refuse to work a part-time job or volunteer in their community are entitled to free health care paid by hardworking taxpayers. When they're opposed to our bill, what they're really saying is that the 1.4 million illegal immigrants should be prioritized over U.S. citizens.
Now, Donald Trump, in fact, shared a post on social media platform Truth Social after the Republican majority House passed the mega tax bill. In a lengthy post, Trump hailed the narrow vote as a significant piece of legislation in American history. Now, the American president also urged the Senate to give the bill a clear passage in the upcoming vote. The Trump administration, the House Speaker Mike Johnson, attended a relay of closed-door meetings with the GOP lawmakers skeptical of certain provisions in the bill. Now, Trump himself quoted the Republican leaders who opposed the bill, with many falling in line ahead of the critical vote.
Mr. President, should Republicans that...
All right, now getting us more details in terms of what this bill, of course, means. We're joined by our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who's joining us live from New York. Susan, you've, of course, been tracking this bill very closely. It's now gotten a green signal. So tell us what happens from here. And does this now, in many ways, put to an end all the reservations people within the Republican Party had about this one big, beautiful bill of Donald Trump?
So this bill goes to the Senate now, and it's expected to have a little bit of a tougher time, believe it or not, than it did in the House, because there are Senate Republicans, there are conservative fiscal hawks, there are the more moderate ones that will want to take the side of their constituents for, small issues. We've talked a lot about the issue of Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, these entitlement programs, the border wall as well. But then there's the issue of the deficit, and the deficit, this is expected to add to the deficit in the next decade or so. And I think that's where things are going to, hit a wall, and negotiations will have to continue. That's the Senate side of it. Here in the House of Representatives, I do want to say we have to be very careful about how the Republicans.
All right, there seems to be a bit of an issue with the line there with my colleague Susan Tehrani. We'll try to reconnect with the sum and substance of what has happened so far with this very crucial budget bill of Donald Trump. Is that it has passed the House, there is a Congress, but it now needs to be passed by the Senate. And the challenge for this bill is still not over, because there are a lot of Republicans who are still not totally convinced that what Donald Trump has as part of his vision of a big, beautiful bill actually works in the interests of the constituents there. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.